It's Leah Myers of Myers Design Studio, and we are finishing up our project called Snow Storm Quilt today. And I wanted to correct something that I said in my episode 1, that this was a 605. It, in fact, is a Kenmore 37, not a 605. Sorry about that. My sister watched the video and she says, "You made a mistake on the model number." I said, "Oh, leave it in. Leave it in. I'll tell them on episode 2." So if you've watched episode 1, it's not a 605, it's a 37. A lot easier to remember. But anyway, I'm finishing up this project with this sweet machine, and I appreciate you watching today, and we're gonna get right to it. See you at the sewing table. All right, now we're at the very last bit, and I'm pinning these 2 strips that we've done, these 2, together, because I'm doing the 2x2 method to, constructing the half square triangles into, and I'm pinning right here at the intersections. And one side is iron to one side and the other side, so that I can nest the seam. One side, other side. Hopefully you can understand that. Sorry. Just finished pinning this, and then we'll start sewing it. And basically this is how this whole quilt is constructed. Even though I'm just doing 2 strips like this, next I will be doing these strips together in the same way, but this time I don't have to take the time to iron the seams because they're already done. They're already done and they're already ready to go. So it'll go faster to put that together than it will, when you have to take the time to stop and iron. So anyway, grab my pincushion, and we're gonna listen to this fabulous machine again for a little bit, and I will sew these together, and hopefully everything will go well. I developed this to kind of like make it smaller, like make the matching like just a little more manageable, so and like a system, so that you can break it down a little bit smaller and smaller pieces, so that would not likely happen as often. And I also made this one to be constructed in strips. I wish I had done it with that quilt. But that whenever I design something, and I have designed this for myself, and for you watching. And here we go. We're almost done with this strip. And then I will be able to start on putting these things together, the 2x2 strips together. And if you don't have a design wall, get something and number these, number them, so you know in which order to sew them in. That would be very important. I used to lay them out on a floor. Which I told you the story of my Pomeranian helping me with the arrangement, and I'll show you another picture. She sort of messed up all my blocks. Anyway, this is all finished, and I will just iron this open, and I'm going to get to finishing this, doing the same method, just nesting the seams, putting them together, keeping them in order, and I will be right back. Now I am at the very last seam in this quilt, putting the 2 halves together, and I would say this quilt is about a throw size, probably. If you want it bigger, you could, do the usual, put borders around, or you can extend the graph to be bigger, like on either side you wish. You know, just make the what they're called as leaning diamonds. These right here, those are right there are called leaning diamonds, and that's basically how I created that quilt. I was playing with the leaning diamonds and then made it into a pattern, which is kind of cool. And what was even neater is that it was half square triangles that made it. So that's why I decided to do this. It stayed within the beginning quilting, but yet the design is interesting. So if you have quilted for a while and you just want a quick project, you know, quick project to make. This doesn't take very long. I wouldn't say it's real quick, but I would say it's not like one of those projects like if you applicate it, you know, and you do one block at a time and hand stitching, or like a quilt that has a bunch of different designs. It's just one half square triangle. You sew them together. Simple. I would say it was simple. I'd say it takes a little bit of time. I wouldn't say it was quick, but I would say it was simple. And I like doing simple every now and then because like right now I'm working on a Hawaiian quilt, and I had to go to a class for it because I didn't do it right for some reason, and I found out that because if you do needle turn applique, it's a 1/4 inch turn. You turn it a 1/4 inch, right? Well, for Hawaiian quilt applique, it's 1/8 of an inch, and that is why I wasn't doing it right. So, but I enjoyed the class. I take classes too. I like it. I like to meet people in classes. You meet a bunch of different people, and it gets to be social because, you know, I'm right here in my own room sewing on my project. There is nobody else around. As quilters, we're solitary creatures. We usually do a lot of stuff alone, unless we have other people sewing with us in our house. It's kind of a, you know, solitary thing to do, you know. All right, so now we're finished with the Snow Storm quilt, and I see a few strings. They'll pop up when oh yeah, they're loose. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll mess with those later. I'll get obsessed with clipping strings. But this is a quilt I made. This is the snowflake design in the center right here. It's like a modern kind of snowflake, and it's supposed to represent like a snowstorm. Like that's the whole flake. You can see it up close, but then there's all this stuff just blowing around all around it, and that is what I designed for you, and it's off center. If you wanted to make this bigger, you can extend, you know, either edge with just making the same, you know, graph going out, and I wanted it to kind of have this neat effect of these are called leaning diamonds, as I mentioned before. These are leaning diamonds, and I wanted them to kind of create a snowflake effect, and just kind of be kind of a modern look, and also very simple. But anyway, this was made with nine fat quarters. This part right here, I did the white was made out of 9 fat quarters. The blue was just yardage. It was 2 1/4. Anyway, I have the pattern on my website. I don't have to remember. 2 1/4 or 2 1/2. I can't remember. but you'll have to figure more in if you're going to do just solid borders. You could do a solid border all around, or you could do a combination of more of the fat quarters and just piece them, you know. Make it your own, whatever. This is the center of it. If you just want to do this, it could be a wall hanging or a throw quilt. And for throw quilts, I like to put like a flannel backing on them. It's really nice, or, you know, so it's like more cozy, because usually on throw quilts they're using them in the winter time, not the summertime. So cotton backing doesn't, you know, like this, the quilter cotton backing doesn't make much sense, but a flannel does in the winter time. But anyway, that's the Snow Storm quilt. It's all done. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed designing this for you, and I've really enjoyed all your comments. It's been very encouraging, and I appreciate you watching. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.